Have you been struggling to retain length for the past few years and you're like, I'm getting relaxed, I'm cutting off my hair, I can't do this anymore? I gotcha. Okay. Hello my lovely people, welcome back again to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, you have clicked on the right one, because on this channel we teach you on how to grow your hair long, strong, thick, and healthy. Yeah. You see, I told you, just click on that red subscribe button. It's easy, you don't have to pay anything. Literally, just click on it. No one is watching you. Okay. Just click and you're part of the family. Okay. Here we post videos consistently. And click on the notification bell right of the subscribe button to all, because that's very important. You'll be notified immediately when I post my new videos. Now, if you're my regular watcher, I appreciate you, thank you so much for being my OG original watcher. Alright guys, so before we get started, please give this video a big thumbs up and comment below, because this will help my channel a lot. Just share this video before we get started, because this will help me. Let's get started. The first thing that you need to know of retaining length on your fussy natural hair or on your fine natural hair, guys, is moisture. My goodness, this is super important. If your hair is moisturized, it's not gonna break. Now think of a dry leaf. I always bring this example to you guys because I think it's very necessary. Original example. A dry leaf, if you step on it, what does it do? It just crashes like that. But if you have a moisturized leaf, breaking it is going to take a lot of strength to break that moisturized leaf. All right, now that's exactly what happens to your hair. If your hair is dry, it's not going to take a long time for it to break. If you just manipulate it, it just snaps off and it breaks off. So you need to know how to moisturize your hair. The first thing you need to know under the moisturizing topic, what is your hair porosity? Because you need to know the exact or the right way to moisturize your hair in order to retain the length. Because you can moisturize your hair the wrong way and your hair is going to be dry still. But you have moisturized it, but it's still dry because you have moisturized it the wrong way. Now, if you have a low porosity hair, I've always said this, if you apply anything on your hair, you need to wear a plastic in order for that product that you have put on your hair to actually penetrate those cuticles, because your cuticles are closed up like this. They are closed up, nothing is getting inside your hair. So you need to know the proper way to moisturize your hair and the proper products as well to moisturize your hair. You might use a leave-in conditioner, butter, an oil, or a leave-in spray, and you use it on your hair and your hair is still dry because it's the wrong products that you are using on your hair. So the first thing on moisturizing, you need to know the right products to use on your hair. And that might take a long time, guys, for you to know the right products for you, but you need to know the right products for you in order for you to stay with moisturized hair, to retain length. I think you understand. Now, how to retain length on your fussy natural hair, you need to know the right techniques to detangle your hair. Now, this is where most people actually lose their length, or you are taking down a protective style, right? And then you are just rushing through and just combing through. You are actually taking down or actually breaking off the length that you have grown for the past, let's say for the past what now? For the past 1 month or 2 months. You have just broken that length because you are combing it harshly and detangling it. You need to know the techniques of detangling your natural hair, because this will help you to retain length. You have to go somewhere and you are detangling your hair, because in your mind there is something saying we have to go somewhere, so I have to be fast. And you're like, you're doing it fast because in your mind you have to go somewhere. So you are doing that detangling session very fast because in your mind you're saying I have to go somewhere, so I have to be quick. Cha. Stop it right away. Aka. It's not gonna help you. It's better to just put on a wig or a hat and come back when you have enough time to detangle your hair. Do not touch your hair when you're in a hurry, because when you do that, you are just going to rip out or to rip off that length and to break your hair, and you're gonna see you're on the same length. Use the right tools. Do not use those those brushes brushes like this. You use brushes like this on your 4C natural hair. You know 4C hair, you know it. Child is very kinky, like and you use those brushes because you want to see those curls popping. You want to see those curls, you know, and you'll be like, hi, Aka. Child, you need to find the right tools for your type of hair. If you have 4C, know the right type of tools to use on your 4C hair. Use a wide tooth comb like this, with teeth like this. You comb your hair. Do not use those brushes with the tiny teeth like this, and they are more tiny teeth, and you try to do you are just breaking your hair. Okay? Please. Under detangling, the other thing as well that will actually prevent you from retaining length is over detangling, because as I've said, you want to see those curls popping, or you have put in your conditioner, you want to detangle, and you just want to see those curls popping, just like you're over detangling. And when you're doing that over detangling, you are actually breaking off your hair. When you're over detangling that same section, you don't need that. Only once or two times, that's enough. Thing is, go under detangling is that try to do finger detangling. Now, finger detangling actually helps you to grow thicker hair, because you're not manipulating the actual strands of your hair. You are not over brushing, you're not over detangling, you are just using your hands to actually separate the strands of the hair. So it's not like you're over manipulating or over brushing. It's like you're only using your hands to separate the hair, and that actually gives you ability to see your length and to see the thickness as well. If you don't use brushes and you finger detangle, you see yourself wanting to do styles, wanting to put gels. You know, we are different people. I'm not saying, ciao, I'm like you, because I'm not. I'm not like you, and I will never be. I'm just trying to say these things. If you want to retain length, stop manipulating your hair. If you like to do styles, after styles, putting gel when you're combing, there is hair that is going to come out, and it's going to be hard for you to retain length if you're always in your hair. It's not going to happen. Now you have to choose whether you want length retention or you want same length. You choose. Now, I know you're going to go for length retention, but the things that you're actually doing is making your hair break off so fast that you can't even see the length that is coming out. Now, don't let people lie to you. Your hair is always growing, but are you retaining the length? Are you retaining the hair that is coming out of your scalp? Yeah? Are you retaining it? Or you're just manipulating all the time? Every day you're finding a style to do. Call me. Puff. Hi, side puff. Hi, baby puff. What are you talking? Please. The other thing as well is when your hair is dry, do not manipulate your hair when it's dry, because it's not going to work. Your hair is going to snap off. The best thing to do when your hair is dry, take a bottle of water. If your hair loves water, because water is your first moisturizer, you just spray your hair with water and then finger comb your hair, and then you can work with your hair when it's damp. Do not try to manipulate natural hair without adding any kind of moisture to the hair, which is water. This is how you retain length on your natural hair. 4C to be exact. Or fine hair or relaxed. Now the other tip is, hey, how many tips do I have?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
There are 8 tips. Now I'm on the 4th one. Now the 4th one is when you're sleeping. Now this is so important. You might even say, Child, I don't think this matters. I don't think this child, it matters so much. Aka, you might be doing all these things and you just see your hair is just on the same rand. You're like, huh? What's going on? When you're sleeping. Now, hear this tip. When you are sleeping, you need to wear a silk head wrap or a silk bonnet when you're sleeping to protect your hair. Because when you're sleeping, you know, you'll be enjoying your sleep. Some of the people, when they're sleeping, we don't even want to take them videos. Because, if you take me video, you will see. I will... and I'll be turning my head. And when you're turning your head on a cotton pillowcase, you know what happens? Your hair is breaking off. Breaking. If your hair would make sounds when it's breaking, people will stop doing things that makes the hair break off. When your hair starts breaking, you will stop it immediately. But it does not happen like that. Your hair just breaks in silence. And the only way that you can notice that is breaking, it's on the same length. Because you're not retaining the length, you see? So be careful. Okay. A silk pillowcase. Now, if you don't want to tie your hair with anything, you can just slip on top of the silk pillowcase without tying your head. But I always want to tie my head when I'm sleeping because you never know. Okay. All right. Now, the fifth thing is my good onias, protective styles. Hi. I know that doing your hair all the time, it comes to a time that is just boring. Always seeing your hair and doing the same thing. Let's be honest, I'm not trying to be hair sometimes is just frustrating. So you need to find a time where you say, you know what, I'm going to do a protective styling and I'm just going to leave my hair alone. Leave it alone. And when I say leave it alone, I'm not saying just ignore your hair. Don't do anything. Don't pay attention to your hair, because when you do that, it's going to break in that protective style. So you need to know exactly what you must be doing when you have that protective style. Now, me, I have mini braids right now. And I make sure that every week I am washing my scalp. I'm also doing a hot oil treatment once a week. And I'm also doing my scalp treatment. So protective styles are very important because you are giving your hair a rest. Ooh. Oh, sorry. You are giving your hair a rest too. The sixth one is avoid hair salons. Hi, Jarud. If you don't know how to do your hair, if you don't know how to do your own hair, go on YouTube. There are so many hair videos there that will teach you how to do your hair. You know that me, I didn't know how to do twist. I always would say, wow, hey, I wish I could do twists on my hair. I didn't know how to do it, but I learned. I was learning from YouTube. I would always practice doing twist, and now I'm good at it. Because I was serious with learning. You are just always in the salon, guys. The stylist do your hair and you're complaining. Hey, she was just ripping off my hair. Hey, I didn't even like what she was doing. If you don't like it, do your own hair. Stop complaining. Hey, this stylist, hi, she just broke my hair. This stylist was so rough. She was like, she was so rough that my hair was just breaking off. Do your own hair. Means that doing, ugly chunky twist, ugly chunky twist, do that because you are learning to do your own hair. My mother used to tell me that you have to learn to do your own hair, because if you are away from us, you don't know anyone where you're going there, you have to do your own hair. She always taught us that. And when we were growing up, we'd learn to do our own hair. Now I know how to do cornrows, because I would used to do it back then when I was young. So I know how to do cornrows. I know how to do mini braids. I know how to do twist now. I didn't know, but I learned. I was learning. So it's very important for you to learn to do your own hair, guys, because going to salons, those people, they care about keshalo. Kesh. They don't care about the health of your hair. You'll find one or two that are really, interested in your hair health, but not all of the stylists are interested in your hair health because they are waiting for other customers to come. So you are just one of those ones that they just do fast and then let you go. And then your hair is breaking, and you don't see the length. Avoid leaving your hair in the same style. Hi, I have done this before. I had some cornrows for about nearly 3 months and taking it down. I spent 2 days taking it down with a lot of build up on those cornrows. It was so hard for me to take it out. Leave your hair in the same style for a long time. Now I know sometimes you'll be like, I want to just leave my hair alone. Maybe 4 months I'll have a lot of growth. And now when taking it down, you need to know what you're doing, because if you don't, your hair is gonna break like crazy. So you need to really know what you're doing. So please don't do that, but I might do that.
Ian way, askano.
All right, so the last one is tuck your ends away. Now when I say tuck your ends away to retain length on natural hair, your ends are the oldest part of your hair, right? So if they're always like on your clothes like this, your clothes, you're not wearing silk, you're just wearing a jacket like this, and then when they're rubbing against your clothes, moisture is being taken away and they are being exposed to the outside elements, and you know what happens? They get dry, they get really frizzy, they get very dry, and then once you touch it or once you try to brush it, it breaks off. The ends are very important because this is how you actually see the length, because if your hair is growing from the roots, right, and your ends are moisturized, your hair is going to continue growing and not breaking at the ends. But if your ends are exposed to the outside elements, always like this, or always rubbing against your clothes, you're in big problem. So you need to maybe do a bun like that. You do a bun and then you tuck your ends inside the bun like that. Tuck your ends inside the bun, because you don't want to let the ends exposed to the outside elements, because that can actually cause a lot of breakage and a lot of dryness, and you're not trying to moisturize, maybe some hair starts breaking on the ends. So you need to make sure that you're looking after your ends and you're also moisturizing your ends as well. So guys, if you have loved this video, give me a big thumbs up, comment below, because this helps my channel a lot. YouTube will actually see that you guys will love this kind of content, and they will push the video to other viewers as well. So please give it a thumbs up, share the video, comment below, and I will see you in my next one, God willing. Thank you so much for watching. You know me now. Okay. All right, bye for now.